fuck? What happened? I'll tell you one thing that did happen. Oh, a nice little 48K projection came in. Happy days. Not the way I wanted it to. I would have anticipated a nice little move up and then, nice little pump. But this is madness. Absolute madness. We're starting to see this thing happening over and over again. False news comes out. Oh, it wasn't us from the SEC. The Twitter account was compromised. You don't get this sort of thing when you trade futures markets, especially with the CME. You don't really get it in Forex, okay? Why should it be in cryptocurrency? Welcome to unregulated environments. Not to say that the Forex market isn't regulated. I mean, the IMF steps in and says, just don't swing price too aggressively up or down. That's why we usually have a range daily high, range daily low, and an ADR that they usually tend to adhere to. But come on, man. Again, those short sellers getting smacked across the face. That's a bit shit, let's be honest. But we're not here to just listen to me talk about what was, what has been. We need to dive into the charts and understand what are we going to see happening next. The false approval hits the marketplace. Bitcoin does a nice little move to the upside. Nothing that we ain't seen it do before. But word on the street says that once this ETF comes out, we're going to be expecting around $100 billion of inflows coming in to the futures markets. That's a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get with the flavor. Mad love and respect to everyone passing through. Let's get down with the flavor. Here we go. So, Bitcoin, man. It's one of those. Where's my water, man? I'll tell you what it is. Bitcoin is fool's gold. That's what it is. When you have an idea about Bitcoin, this is what happens, okay? You experience this madness across the board. Now, let's get down with some business. So earlier on, we were talking about how we would anticipate Bitcoin to try and sweep up to some key areas. And they sure took those zones, ladies and gentlemen. We had the interest, okay? Earlier on today, I shared these projections to the Platinum members talking about Bitcoin making a significant move up. Where was it? My target for BTC was where is it? Keep going down. Now I'm still looking for 48K. The behavior in the charts is true to building longs below the key 47,000 zone. So I expect to move up. I expect to move at least down towards 46,130 to assume they're loading up more bids at that price to start the reversal back up. Okay. Now, the cool thing about it is we actually saw Bitcoin do that earlier on today. They swept price lower. They came all the way back up. They've consolidated, and then they just shifted out to the upside. Happy days. 48K projection complete. We did the market watch right there. We shared this on Sunday night, and that was our logic. Go to 48,000, and then happy days. We're then going to speak about a new projection coming in later on. We also had Solana as well. Where was Solana? Spoke about the Solanage. These were our targets for Solana. Target 1 is what we wanted. Did we get target 1? Yes, we did. I believe we did with Solana. Where is it? Solana, there you go. Target 1 got tapped. We didn't see target 2, but we got a little bit of flavor on target 1. Now, going into Ethereum, what do we get? We do actually have the Ethereum projection coming into play. Let me just go check that bad boy out. This was on the market. Well, no, this was earlier on today. Where's ETH? Here we go. So Ethereum, it took both of my targets today. What a joke. It came down, broke the support block range, came down and tapped the 2241, and then instantly reversed back up to the 2330 zone. And here we are. 2330, well, 2334, and then we've got the 2226, which we wanted the 2241. What an absolute joke of a day in cryptocurrency, ladies and gentlemen. All right? I share these projections every single day to the Platinum members, so go get that flavor checked out if you are new to the channel. Now let's get with some business. What has happened? Is it a trap? What's the story? Well, according to sources, it says here that the Bitcoin ETF approval will be expected soon, but bears lose 100 million. No, they didn't. They lost more than that. The SEC denies that they didn't approve the ETF and an X account was compromised. Have they got some dude, okay, in the sticks which accidentally went and typed this whole sentence saying that the ETF had been approved. It doesn't make sense, man. It really doesn't, which takes me back to this area right here, okay? It seems that people are expecting the sell the news event because that's the narrative that they've been promoting. And whilst this narrative has been coming in, or should I say, the more that they push this idea of sell the news, more shorts keep on getting opened, yet more shorts keep on getting squeezed out, okay? And this is the problem that we've got with Bitcoin. People don't think it can go higher. People only think it's going to go down lower, and they pay the price for it. The vector candles give you the clue every single time, ladies and gentlemen. Where did we see this behavior? Look, you see this area here? This is on the 9-minute time frame, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just go to the 1-hour time frame to put things into perspective, okay? Look at this. Just so you can understand, when you see these kind of collection of vectors where you have got a red vector wick, stopping volume candle in principle, and then you've got a red vector candle right here, it's consistent with them sweeping the liquidity, grabbing the liquidations, filling their longs at lower prices to shift out. They did the same right here. They did the same right here. They did sort of the same right there. But the narrative ended up seeing the full recovery back up, okay? We saw the same here. So at this point, we see the move up. That's why my Ethereum projection worked like this. If we didn't see it break above this range, then we're expecting lower points. If they could hold this point at 24.92, 22.94, we would see higher movement. If they broke beyond this point, we would see this movement. Luckily for us, we saw both targets. But the bigger picture is that I'm expecting higher prices because it's the ETF. That's all it is. And naturally, I'm expecting price to shoot up. All right? So you've got to really say to yourself at the start of your trading day, what do you anticipate in the bigger picture? Do you think it's going to go down? Well, it's going to be a bit difficult considering that most of this ETF talk is about more money coming into cryptocurrency. So the logic is it's going up, all right? We've had Sailor buy Bitcoin, we've had more people buying it, and there's all sorts of things happening in cryptocurrency. Naturally, you're going to be expecting it to go up. If you go onto the daily time frame itself, where are we at? Come on, man. Come on, man. Is that a problem? No, it's not. Not at all. Look, where are we at? Midpoint of the vector candle. Sweep, reversal back up. Surprised? You shouldn't be. We told you this yesterday. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for a sweep down. Now it's all about what's going to happen next, because if this has been designed for one of two scenarios, all right? They purposely allowed this to come out as a leak to buy more time. Or this has been designed for price to come all the way back up because the approval, in principle, well, the markets are closed and the futures markets open again at 11 o'clock UK time, which is in just 50 minutes time. We're going to see some very interesting plays happening in the marketplace. All right? But people are getting this all fucked up. They think because of a fake tweet and the SEC saying, no, it's not been approved, we haven't approved it, people are going to think, oh, that's it now, it's done, Bitcoin's going down, which explains these shorts. Now, what did we talk about earlier on with regards to the 48K? Wow, look at this. So who's been transacting? So we had at 48,000, because 48,000 hasn't been technically taken, ladies and gentlemen. It's been taken across other platforms, but on Binance, it hasn't been taken. If we go back to Bitcoin's price, you can see it's actually come in at $47,974. So we're $25 away from it, okay? Hasn't been taken, which means that there is liquidity right now inside of this zone at 48,000. Where is it? Go up a bit more. There we go. 48,000. We got 15 million orders, or 15 million order amount, okay, at 48,000, right? So that sweep they gave us, they completely attacked all of that liquidity. Look, that 18 million that we were talking about earlier on at 47.3, going up a little bit more, 47.5, going up. Well, let's just go and have a look at what we've got going off here. Go into the smaller time frames. What do we see? Go to the 5-minute chart. What do you see Bitcoin doing? Oh, my days. Look at this. Look, I mean, all right, here we go. 47,000, what does it do? Breaks on the vector candle. Happy days. 47,250 breaks on the vector candle, which is the quarter number. 47,500 breaks on the vector candle, and we narrowly miss the 48,000. That was a 3-stage sweep of the whole and half numbers. Why? Because the liquidity was there for them to attack because people had orders stacked at that price point, okay? These are the things you want to be taking into consideration when you're trading, ladies and gentlemen. Always look out for the bid and the ask on Bitcoin. Now, with that being said, flipping over to the Bookmap. Good old Bookmap. We got to love this bad boy right here. Here we go. What have we got? So, Bookmap is giving us, it's giving us some very interesting flavor right now. Oh, my days. Okay, so what we're seeing here, guys, is all the guys up here were sellers in principle, okay? They sold, right? They attacked into the buyers. They sold into them, and they reversed it all the way back down. Now, when we look at the profile, we can see Bitcoin wants to try and get back up above the 46K with 613 Bitcoin orders at 46,000, and then just shy above that at 46,150, we've got another 500 Bitcoin orders, okay? But this is where the 2 levels of commitment are coming in. What the hell? 2 levels of commitment that are coming in with Bitcoin. You've got this range right here, okay? And then you've got this level right here at the top for Bitcoin, okay? This is very important for us. So 47.2 and 48,200, all right? If they've denied the actual ETF and said that that's not been approved and that we're probably going to delay it, because this is a perfect time for them to say, we've got to delay it. We're not going to go ahead with the deadline of the 10th. They're going to turn around to the courts and say, we were compromised on our end. Someone actually let out a false indication of the approval of the ETF. We need now to sit down and have a little bit more time because this is the sort of thing that we don't want. The SEC is all about the people, man. Yeah. Adrian, that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. They're for the people. That's what the SEC is all about. But what you got to understand now, they've just purposely set it so that they could effectively delay it again on the grounds of this false tweet. It's stalling. Now that means the market has plenty of time to start loading up more positions. The logic says that we've got 2 very important vector candles happening inside of these ranges. It only means that they're going to come back to it. They really are. I'm looking at the chart. And this is only because of what's going on with the ETF, all right? It might be a choppy time, but for those of you that are trying to run shorts right now, be very careful because Bitcoin hasn't done really anything. It's completely reversed back down towards the psychological ranges, but hasn't hit them yet. I would be very, very cautious with playing any shorts inside of these zones. And guess what? Bitcoin then collapses after this live stream and goes all the way down to 41. That's just tough fucking luck. That's what it is. But at least you're maintaining an element of caution because at any moment they could turn around and say it's been approved. And then that's your position squeezing you out and you're getting shaken out. Now you're scratching your head thinking, oh, I've got no money now to put in and take advantage of the move to the upside on the approval of the ETF. Because the approval of the ETF will give us this exact same flavor here, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Think about it. Your market maker, right? Price shoots up to the upside. So they've aggressively just sold into all of these people that have purchased, quickly snipe their liquidation points, take up their margins, do it again, back up again, do the same thing, snap down, shift out. What do you think? Why do you think the FOMC meeting is such a volatile time? Because you see exactly that. Once the reaction happens, wait. Just wait for it. Wait 2 minutes because Bitcoin will fly up. Come back ever so slightly. That's the point you get in on the retrace because then a flush of money is going to come in and the market maker will be obliged to fulfill the orders because that's what the exchange is there for, to make sure that he's transacting on those orders for retail. And we see that as bright as day with these sort of flavor. Look at this, man. Still got $48,000 Bitcoin, $15.54 million worth of liquidity that is to be traded at that point. And that's been sat in the chart for 19 days, okay? This is where it's getting interesting. Why? Because we're going to see more sellers stepping in. Top side of the move at 50K, we've got 5.5 million, and then we've got 16 million at 49,900. It's not too far away from 48. Do the math. It's not hard, you know? fuck's sake. Anyways, but you see, it's all around the 50K zone. That's where the issue is, okay? Now, going back into other assets, let's just quickly go and have a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum seems to be doing pretty well, and it's climbing back up after this move, and it hasn't really done. I think Ethereum's done so much better than Bitcoin, and that just shows you, like, how do you catch this? How do you catch 1.3% up and everything else is pretty much done across the board? Well, it could be a lot of people buying loads of meme coins. I mean, if we look at Solana, you can see Solana's been swept up, swept back down. If I were a market maker, do I want to be selling into the premium at this point now? No, I want to load it up first and then sell into that premium later on. Red vector candle is what that is showing you, okay? Now, chat, where you at? 20K incoming. Don't believe the SEC. Gary the liar. Okay, Gary did this on purpose. The Gary Gendler account was compromised. Okay, short at 53. What else we got? ETH is JP Morgan coin. So, yeah, okay. You bought the far. You bought the what? You bought the fart, I bought the dump. I like that. You bought the fart, but I bought the dump. Okay, then what else we got? Alex Lifeson response for the SEC comment. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, that pretty much explains it. That's true. Okay, then. What we got? Do you think this event today will complicate the ETF approval for tomorrow? Yeah, we just pretty much answered that flavor right there for you. What else have we got here? Did it all under 5 minutes. If you weren't staring at the chart, you missed it. It's an excellent first 3 minutes. Okay, that's something else. All I know is I got liquidated. Can't even be mad. I'm laughing, trying not to lose. Man, stop being a shoe bag and smash up the legs. Thank you very much, bro. Mad love. Okay, then, cool. So it's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Is that what they're saying? That it's going to get approved tomorrow? All right, let's be honest, guys. Do you think this story... I think I might be wrong with this, okay? But like I said, there are 2 instances for this, okay? There's 2 things that can happen. It's either been designed to get Bitcoin cheaper, the approval comes tomorrow, type 1 if you think that's the case, or it's been designed to delay the SEC purposely so that they don't have to approve it yet. Type 2, where your head's at. I want to know where your heads are at. Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to go over to the live order flow section right here and have a look at what we've got going off here. $7.6 billion worth of futures were sold on Bitcoin at 45,548. I've never seen 7 billion. 2 billion was purchased on Ethereum at 2,323. 1.6 billion at 2,314. 6 billion sold on Bitcoin, 46. 2.3 billion on Ethereum, 2.6 billion. And they say, oh, Spot's come in with a $264 million purchase on Ethereum. Bitcoin sold Spot at 500 million and 127 million. Fuck, these are some nice numbers. See what I mean? This ETF is going to cause absolute mayhem if it were to actually not be approved. Okay? What we got going off here? Lots of twos. People are of this same. All right, so we're all on the same page, ladies and gentlemen. I like that. I really do like that. That's fire. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Okay. Well, if that's going to be the case, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, like, looking at this here, so you got standard chart. We spoke about this earlier on, but let me just go back into this one right here. There's nothing else that they could put onto this, okay? They couldn't say anything else about the comment. For anybody that wants to know, just go and find this tweet with regards to that. I'm waiting for this to load up a second while I'm doing this. Anyway, so what I've got here is the altcoins that are actually on Twitter right now with interest. You've got Wi-Fi coming into play, okay? So that's all of a sudden starting to wake up. We'll check that out in a second. Let's actually go check it out now. I don't want to keep this live too long, ladies and gentlemen. Wi-Fi, STD, Wi-Fi. Here we go. Where's Wi-Fi at? Oh, wow. It's 5 minutes. This is not going anywhere. I'm telling you, man. This thing isn't going nowhere. Don't even bother looking at this. This has now acted as a pure utility coin in the sense, just put money there and it's going to stay around 8,000, 7,000. It's the 4-digit XRP coin. That's what I call it now. After that sweep up and back down again, that has been a market maker play. This is exactly what happens. Listed on PancakeSwap, liquidity pooled, rug pull, developers chipped out, and that's it. So it's probably going to stay in this price point for quite some time before it moves up again. Okay? Quickly going out into CoinAnk. Where is the open interest on this bad boy right now? So XAI is coming to play with 3.7. That's a lot of open interest right there. RIF. We've probably missed the moves on this. RIF. Rift token. Where is it? Here we go. All right, here we go. So we got some good news here. Here we are. Right. So this token, open interest is quite high for this one. It's 16 cents. They've come back down. Look. All right, listen. Any altcoin right now that has not suffered the same fate as Bitcoin, all right, if it can stay above the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, then if Bitcoin starts to climb back up, everything else that is above the 50 EMA will continue. So the logic is that we potentially got ourselves a rise, the retrace, very sharp, continuation back up. That's what you're looking for with altcoins. So now go into your charts. Go look at the altcoin that you're trading. What's it doing in relation to the bigger picture? Right now, Solana's been smacked, but it's actually holding out inside of these ranges right here. So this is very important for Solana. A recovery of the wick is what we're expecting because Solana's holding at the 50 EMA. Ethereum is doing wonders right now and holding out to the upside and trading above the 50 EMA. I need some more altcoins. XRP was doing exactly the same thing as it did yesterday, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, even a year ago. So XRP is immune to anything news events. So if the ETF comes out, XRP is going to probably be the same price. So the new stable coin will be in full force when the ETF comes into play. Ain't going to... Oh, man. XRP, I got a love-hate relationship with this coin, man. Matic. For Matic, doing very well to hold out, okay? Above the 50 EMA, just about to get above it. Okay, so you can pay attention to Matic, all right? Dogecoin, where's it at? Oh, not really trading too well above the 50 EMA, but it's quite choppy, so just be very, very careful with Dogecoin itself. I don't really like trading Dogecoin, but yeah, just be mindful of that. Waves trades really well, all right? I've always got a look on this. So just pay attention to Waves. It's trading below the 50 EMA, but we do actually have vector candles right here that are likely to get recovered on Waves. So just take that into consideration, ladies and gentlemen. Let me have a look. What else you guys got here? Okay, let's have a look at Algo. Right, listen, the problem that I've got with coins like Algo. All right, so Algo, Stellar, XRP. I mean, Algo, out of the three, Algo's the only one that really moves well, okay? It's nice. It plays V-shapes all the time. It's trading below the 50 EMA. It's probably going to take a little while to try and climb up, in my opinion, all right? It takes a little while for it to move, but that's another story. Okay, what else have we got? Can you check NGCoin? I took a short from 45 TP Blue Vector 35. Let's have a look. INJ What have we got here? Here we go. All right, so you took a short at 45. Right, well... Very good. 45. Your short was at 45. God, man, look at that. Not bad, bro. That is awesome. What a short entry. 45. And it went up 26 cents against him. And you call that risk management? You should be ashamed of yourself, man. 26 cents. With a trade like that, my friend, I was expecting only 5-cent drawdown. No, I'm joking with you, man. Well done on that one, bro. That's awesome. All right. So $45 short, and he's looking for $36 blue vector candle. So then 36? $35 blue vector candle. That means you're coming into what blue vector? I'm guessing that will be on the 4-hour time frame. Is that the blue vector? No, green vector. There we go. So 35. So I'm assuming is it this? I can only go by this. If you're using it on Coinbase or any other platform or Mexi, just check that out because I'm using Binance right now. So you're talking about $35. That will be this green vector candle on the 4-hour time frame. What you got to take into consideration is this, okay? Behind each of these vectors is effectively a point of support or resistance, okay? Where price can do the following. It can come back into it, consolidate, trade sideways, sweep up, and then try and roll over, all right? What you're looking for is the move to continue down and sharply down at that to fully recover this as fast as it can. But like I said, if Bitcoin and everything else starts to continue to the move to the upside, then you've got this coin right here that could be getting ready to move up. And it's logically now setting up what appears to be the rise, the retrace, continuation out. So you're either going to take the victory, pay yourself, which means now you've got more money to load up again on a different position, or you're going to wait and see if they do actually fully recover it? Because if Bitcoin starts to make a move tonight and all the other altcoins continue to move and Ethereum maintains its move to the upside, you're going to be in a bit of a shitty situation where you see price go all the way back up to that same entry point and you're going to wish that you got rid of that position, all right? So it's not financial advice, it's just common sense. You got money in the chart? Take some profit, bro. We ain't going to catch the whole move. Some of the best hedge fund traders are only looking for 10% of the end of the move or the start of the move. Like, that's what they're looking for. Get into the habit of continuously paying yourself. Get into the habit of being right. Excuse me. Get into the habit of coming to the marketplace, set your analysis, let it play out. If it plays out, happy days, reward yourself, pay yourself, start again. Don't hold on to it for too long unless it sits with your strategy. It's different. If you're a holder or a swing trader looking for a far greater move, then okay, you've got room to allow it to go all the way up because they logically could bring it all the way back up again and form an FTD, which is for the dealer, to then reverse it back down again. Take the same logic with any other asset out there, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Now, what else have we got going off in here? Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Please, can you check? What else have we got? All right, cool. So you took some money off. Happy days. All right, then. Cool. One. What does one mean? Okay. Can you look at ICP? Let's have a look at ICP. Okay, ICP. We've been looking at ICP for a little while. Okay. And if you remember, we've got level 1. If you remember, we've got level 2. Look at where we marked it off, ladies and gentlemen. This is what? Monday the 8th. Okay. 2 days ago. We drew this off a while back. Okay. Rise, the retrace, look at the retrace. Now the logic says continuation. Pay close attention to ICP because it could be in the level 3 rise to the upside to form the next level, all right? It's all or nothing inside of this zone, okay? Gold, well, gold. Gold has been pretty kind to us today, sort of, nearly kind to us. We had a projection on gold earlier on today. Let me see where we are with it. Where is it? There's our gold projection. So the logic was that we were expecting gold to climb up towards this area where it's consistent with sell zones. Okay, this is where they've loaded up on their longs and encourage traders to step in and start buying. All right, but because the bigger picture for me is everything's coming down, okay, in terms of the Forex markets, because we've got the key important data coming in the next couple of days, then the logic would say that we're expecting gold to roll over. We go into gold's price action right now. That was done on the 1 hour time frame. So if I just put that into perspective, you can see how they formulated the structure. They've marked up, swept higher, found resistance in this zone, and they've marked their way all the way down. Target was 2023, but price only came down to 2026. I missed it by $3. So it's not that bad, but I'm still expecting it to go down. So it will probably keep on rolling over going into the next session anyways. All right, cool. Let's go back into Bitcoin. Let's have a look at what it's up to. Right, what else are you guys talking about? Where do you think Bitcoin will reverse? The $1 million question, my friend. Okay, where do I think Bitcoin will reverse? There are two things that Bitcoin needs to start showing promise for, all right? The first thing is we've got this red vector candle, and I'm going to give you this, okay? I want to try and keep this live short and sweet because I want to go to bed. We have got a problem with the vector candle, right? The midpoint of the vector currently sits at 46,357, okay? The idea is that we expect Bitcoin to fully recover this vector candle, but this is the midpoint of the candlestick, but we've got this vector here. So that effectively tells me that I need to mark off a new vector range on the midpoint. I need to take the candlestick itself and then take to the bottom of it. And that's where I'm expecting the recovery to start, because that's the midpoint of this whole candlestick, right? With the exception of the wicks. If they can surpass above this point of 46,357, then there's a promise of Bitcoin continuing higher, but very slowly, similar to what they did right here. Okay? So just take that into consideration. Asia's going to react to this information, which I think is going to keep the markets pretty stagnant, all right? So just take that into consideration, guys. Going into the calendar, we've got tomorrow with the Bank of England Governor Bailey speaking, which I'm not really fussed about. but it's all about Thursday the 11th, core CPI, and that is when it gets very interesting. Short sellers are coming in again, so we've got to be careful with that. 3.3 billion at 48,350. I mean, if today wasn't a lesson for them, then I don't know what's going to make them think otherwise, okay? Now, hey, Tina, do you mind looking at ATEC, AI Tech, USDT? Looks like a defending triangle formation. Defending triangle formation. AI Tech, USDT, I'm guessing that's what that is. I don't know what a defending triangle formation is, bro. But I'll show you what I look at, okay? We've had whole number 6 cents, 7 cents being swept, okay? Now, with the vector candle being fully recovered and them rolling over again, I'm assuming that we're going to start seeing lower prices on this asset to try and sweep back down in towards these two key areas of support. First zone is this area right here, which is on its way towards testing. The second one will be this green vector candle region right here. These areas that I'm going to mark off for you are points of interest in the chart that you need to be watching. First zone, which you're going to take in a second, is at 4 cents and 823. The next zone is this area right here, which is the top of the green vector candle, which sits at 0.04445. The next zone after that, I'm going with the extremes, which will be 0.039 cents, okay? What you've got to anticipate between price at these points is sharp reversals. So what you're looking for is every time they break one of these levels, okay? If you're looking to try and buy it to see higher prices, you are looking for them to come back into the break of this area with a vector candle. Ideally, look at it on the 15-minute time frame to see the break of the vector. So you'll see this roll down, and then if it's going to come back up, you're looking for a vector to break this point here, and then, of course, try and assume it's moved to the upside. But I don't think they're done with this move down because there's no vectors for them to come back into. We've got a green vector zone here, and we've got this last area down here that I'm paying close attention to with regards to that. There you go, on its way towards that zone, and we're waiting for the next zone at 4445, okay? Traders, absolute rubbish chart, pure gamble. Just tell these. Look, man, listen, let me put it to you like this. Let me tell you something. I'm going to give you my price projection from my perspective, okay? And to put it in terms of French, if it doesn't sit with what you might think, I don't give a fuck. Why? Because I know you are not definitely right. I know I am definitely not right because we're in a game of uncertainty. So when one of us can prove that one is indefinitely correct, then I have room to be challenged and you have room to challenge. But because we don't know what's going to happen next, and we will never know what's going to happen next, we can only go by the basis of probabilities. We can only go by human nature because I can guarantee price will go up, it will go down. I can guarantee some trucker's going to be fearful, someone's going to be greedy, but I can promise you this, the nature of the marketplace is repetitive. They do the same shit all the time. Just watch the last few of these streams. They've been sort of like a learning style, okay? Notice how I'm marking off certain areas in the chart, paying attention to the bid, the ask, bids and ask, what they're offering up here. This is where people are like, I've got money here. Where's your market maker at? You know, I got money. I want to buy Bitcoin. I want you to sell it to me. It's over here. Exchange is like, okay, we got some flavor going off on there. All right, we need to start marking price up, start lifting price. Bang, they start the infusion of liquidity. It starts going up. Everyone's a bit pumped. Happy days. It goes and takes it. We've done our business. Yes, we have. Thank you very much. What did we do? We cleared out nearly $15 billion worth of short liquidations. Awesome. All right, bring it back down again. Cool. They do the same thing again. This is the behavior that we're trying to look out for, okay? Now, I'm not mad, have I mastered the markets? No, I will not say I've mastered the markets. I think I've mastered myself, and I'm getting there, I will always be learning things about myself every single day, but the market does humble me all the fucking time, and it does, and then I sit back and I think, won't be doing that again. I'm always reflecting on what I could have done better. What way can I improve my read on the charts? And you've got to make sure as well, guys, that when you're looking at the charts, you're not exercising the wrong behavior, because you can be good at a bad fucking habit. I swear quite a bit, but I like to swear because it allows me to express what I really want to say in a more of a meaningful way. I can reverse from the swearing, but that's another story. But anyways, the idea is that my goal is to showcase to you how you can use this free system, all right? But the thing with it is practice. Don't put pressure on yourself to master this tonight. Don't. You just need to listen to the streams. When I say something, I can bet you I've said it before. And someone put a comment earlier on one of my videos. One of my videos right now is on how to trade the 5 and 13 EMA. Go look at the guy's comment. He says, looking at this video and looking at Bitcoin's price, they're doing exactly the same thing 2 years ago. Okay? And that's on smaller time frames. The hybrid system is about practice. Once you find one thing about it, stick with it. Stick it to your mind. There's a guy I know who only, listen to this, he's only studied 10% of the hybrid system. All right? I think he's obviously studied it a bit more now. But at the time he messaged me, he said to me, Tina, I've nearly 15x my portfolio on only 10% of the information that you've given me. I said, well, what are you doing? And he goes, I'm only trading bounces and reversals from the 200 EMA. I said, is that all you're doing? He goes, yeah, man. I said, well, what about this? He's like, fuck, I ain't even studied that. I don't even know how to spell that. Bro, you're just using 200 EMA. He goes, yeah, it's just every time I see a red vector candle coming down towards it, or prices away from the 200 EMA, I'm paying attention to that 200 EMA because I know at some point they're going to come back and swipe that, because I've seen in the past, every time there is a price expansion, every time there is expansion of the moving averages in cryptocurrency, I'm going to see price go to that point at some point. That's a fantastic model. He's found one spot point on it and he's stuck with it. What he's doing now, I don't know. What have we got here? Mad love to you, Dorset. Dave, how you doing? First chat. What else you got here? 0 trucks given, yes. We selling the news or not? Well, the news hasn't come out yet, my man. What news is this? This is nothing. This is fake news. There's no news. And listen, if you're going to play, right, listen, I'm going to say this straight to you guys, and I'm going to let you guys be. Hold on a second. Justin's just asked, can you look at SKL? Okay. SKL. I'm choking because I haven't had myself a drink. Here we go. SKL. Oh, I mean, look at that. These super chats, when you ask me to do them, you actually pull up decent coins with movement. Happy days. Thank you very much. I like to talk about these nice vector movements to the upside by the presence of 3. When we're anticipating the rise out, retrace, consolidate, sweep to the upside, because that's the flavor that this coin likes to do. We're probably going to get 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. They're repeating the same behavior here. 1, 2, 3. Look at each of these zones. One cluster, pump, consolidate. One cluster, pump, but blue vectors in between, okay? And then the final one, stop in volume candle. Look at the difference between each of these blocks, all right? Look at them. You go back in the chart. When this red vector candle appeared, you're paying attention to it because they're going to come back to it. They consolidate after this big push up, after a move to the downside, right? They come back into it. Cool. Next red vector candle. They come back into it. Cool. Where's my vectors anymore? No more vectors. We could be looking up here. Nah, no vectors. Or they got one all the way up there, which is consistent with this area here making its move, but they've made the first wave move up, which is holding out. Look, W formation, perfect structure. Rise up, retrace, shifting out to the upside to sweep that zone, okay? That's what we're looking for. Needs to break above that daily open, no, psychological low for that to be the case, all right? We're looking for that to be the case, but that's what we're looking at with that. That's what I look at. Because I've seen and I've sat through it. I've seen it too many times. They do the same thing over and over again. If that's what I think is going to happen, just take the trade. What more can you do, man? There's nothing else to do. Well, you're going to go try and find another system that's going to tell you otherwise. Or you're going to go Google it. You're going to go see on Twitter what are they saying. What are the developers saying? How much market cap has this thing got? What should I do with this? You know, has my nan got any of this? Like, any friends of mine? Yeah, has anyone got, like, they got SK? Have they heard anything? Take the fucking trade, man. Your understanding of whether you're right or wrong is when the trade is on. And that's on how much money you're prepared to lose. If you know how much you're going to lose, happy days. Whatever it does after that, it's irrelevant. What have we got here? Can you look at ADA? Mazzy. ADA. Okay. ADA USDT. Here we go. What we got? 600 likes. Hold on. We got a problem in the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Where are we at? 600 likes. Nah, ladies and gentlemen, where's the love, man? 2,300 people. Come on, man. ADA. Doesn't make sense. When you see this sort of behavior, guys, it's consistent with consolidation, all right? They're picking up. They're holding the chart, okay? So just be careful with ADA right now. It's holding inside of this very interesting block range right here. So I'll be very surprised that they do actually break down because they've recovered the vector candle. So this area is very important. I'd be paying close attention to this range right here. That's all I'm looking for right here. A break of this area here on the red vector candle at 49 will see ADA come and sweep these vector zones right here and down towards this area in the 48 zone. And then if they can sustain this area and break above this area here with the vector candle to the upside, it's happy days from that point. Okay, we're going to look to try and attack these vector candle points here, here, and here. That's what we're looking for with ADA. Okay, so here we go. All right, and final one, Beam. Beam, what's Beam? Here we are, Beam. 11 cents, quite a choppy asset, 15-minute time frame, aggressively away, a controlled move away from the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. I'd see it coming back into this vector candle before it actually starts to consolidate. If they do surpass this point right here at 10 cents, okay, then we're probably going to attack. Yeah, we're going into vectors, man. That's at top side. I mean, bottom side of the move. I expect support to come in inside of this range right here. But, of course, look at the way it moves. You have effectively got drop, retrace, drop, retrace, drop, retrace, drop. Okay, so just be careful of that. All right, it might be lightly traded assets, so just take that into consideration. Okay, now, more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick one for you. Of course, if you are new to the channel and you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a free course on the Traders Reality website. All right, there's a free course called Breaking Down the Hybrid System. It's free of charge. Go and use it. Check it out. It breaks everything down for you. And then, of course, you've got the scalping, trading the hybrid system, and trading with exo charts. They are cheap as chips, put there for the sake of convenience, but everything is on the channel for you to observe. It's free of charge. This was done to save you going through probably 15,000 hours worth of content. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a wonderful evening. Don't worry, the ETF isn't going to get approved just yet. It will be approved when I go live again. I think that's what's going to happen. Have a great night, guys. Mad love and respect. Peace.